how to remove a spirit which is around you or in your home. So I have been now offering psychic readings, psychic work and healings for 21 years, and in that I've done a huge amount of work with removing negative spirits and evil eye and hexes and all this stuff from people and from people's homes. So removing a spirit it's not that difficult, but you have got to get yourself into the right frame of mind. So my name is Mandy. So if we're removing a spirit from the body, what we need to do is we need to know why it's managing to hang on. What has the body got? What has the auric field got that this spirit is still there? And is it an earthbound spirit or is it a negative spirit? This is very, very important. If you are very light and you are exuding a light, high vibrational energy, then you are more likely to pick up an earthbound spirit than someone that isn't. And removing an earthbound spirit is very different to removing a negative spirit. So I'll cover the earthbound spirit first. Now, an earthbound spirit is someone who's passed over, who hasn't probably caught on to the fact that they've died quick enough, and they just haven't gone to the light when that time has come. Sometimes they can be very, very grounded on earth, and they don't want to unground themselves, they don't want to remove them roots. So in order for us to remove one of these spirits, it's really simple as long as you can stay in the right frame of mind. If you suddenly start thinking about your shopping or the dinner, this is going to take a long time. So you need to get into a nice quiet space wherever you feel the spirit is. If it's with you or if it's in a room, be in that place if it's in a room. And what we do then is we connect into the spirit by just saying, okay, I'm going to help you now. I'm going to help you. I want you to imagine that you're putting a whole big golden egg all around your body, like a huge, thick, solid golden egg all around your body. And you've got these big, thick roots coming out of your feet right into the ground. Ooh, so you're anchored, yeah? And then you ask for the angels to come in. Now, I always use Archangel Michael and Archangel Haniel. Archangel Michael, most people know who that is. He's the protector and he's fantastic for helping with spirits. Archangel Haniel is the angel of love. So when we are removing earthbound spirits, love is an amazing energy to have around, because everything that we're doing with love for the spirit. This spirit is not here to cause harm in any way. This spirit needs your help. This spirit is just stuck and wants you to help them go to the light. So once we've brought the angels in, we then ask for the angels, can you please help me remove this earthbound spirit to the light? Can you please bring in their loved ones and relatives to take them to the light? And then you sit and wait. Now, you can't, like I say, you can't watch telly. You can't go off and be doing stuff. You've got to stay in this moment. You're not doing it from here. You're doing it from here. Imagine this was one of yours. Imagine this was your loved one that was trapped. That's enough for you to give enough love to this spirit to go, because we do these things with love. We do these things with a high energy. So once we've done this, you'll notice a shift, you'll notice a change. For the more sensitive people, you may notice that you feel like someone's talking a lot. And you may notice that you just feel even maybe one side of your body just feels a little bit different to the other. All of these different little things, if you sit in your quiet time, you will notice there's a slight change, and then there'll be a shift in the energy, and you'll feel almost from your heart and your soul, you'll just feel this weird little tingling, this weird little, okay, there's me again, I can feel me properly now. And then that there is the job done. So that's an earthbound spirit. Now, it's a completely different story if we're removing a negative spirit. So a negative spirit wants to create mayhem for you, wants to create negative energy, because that's how they feed. They feed off negative energy. Most negative spirits lived on earth and was just negative people, and they lived on they fed off negative energy when they was on earth. Other negative spirits can be sent to you via someone's really negative, horrible intentions, and it's that awful and dark that they actually kind of create this whole negative spirit. So how do we remove a negative spirit? So what we do here is, I will always bring in Archangel Michael again and Archangel Metatron. And the reason for this is Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael are both fantastic at holding down and pushing down the dark. So what we do now is, this is a bit technical and it's completely up to you if you want to do this. if you have a pendulum, this is going to be the best way of you doing this. So if you do have a pendulum and you haven't set it yet properly, the first thing that you need to do is, let me just grab one, guys. Is to tell your guides that you are ready. I've obviously grabbed the one that I can't open. Oh, hold on, we're getting somewhere. Tell your guides. Oh, I've opened a ring. I'm sorry, but I just want to show you. So tell your guides, okay, I would like to connect to you now because I would like you to help me. Right, let me get one out of here. And then what will happen is you will ask your guides to show you a yes and a no and a maybe with your pendulum. And I'll be really, really quick about this because this isn't the purpose of the video. So, said pendulum, dominant hand. So, okay, so guides, please show me a yes. That's my yes from my guides. Thank you, guides. Thank you, guides. Guides, please show me a no. So now that's anti-clockwise. That's my no. Thank you, guides. Please show me, not sure, maybe. Back and forth. That's from my guides. So that there is you just setting your intention with your pendulum. And once you've done that once, that's fine. So you know that when you use your pendulum, you're talking to your guides. So if you're trying to remove a negative spirit and you don't do what I've just done, what's going to happen is you're going to kind of connect into the conscious of this negative spirit instead. So you're going to be sent around the houses and then you're going to have this big connection up with it, which you do not want. So that's what you need to do. Then what we're going to do is we're going to open what's called an angelic guarded vortex, right? It doesn't matter whether it's on the person or in the room. You're going to pick a little spot. You're going to open an angelic guarded vortex and you're going to do what I just said. So ask the same question and your guides will give you a yes until this vortex has been opened. Now, what this does is when we try and remove this negative spirit, we're sending it somewhere, because if we don't and we just send it out the door, out the window, like what will happen is this negative spirit will then just attach onto someone else, and that isn't what we should do. That's not right. So we send it into this vortex and then we ask for the archangels to please remove this negative spirit into the angelic guarded vortex and to the light. And we spin, and what we're doing is we're using our pendulum, because our pendulum then is telling us, okay, once this is done properly, it will stop and our guides will let us know. And we'll also see the strength of how fast it moves in our pendulum, and we'll know when it stopped. We can just sit and reassess and think, okay, how do I feel now? You've got to let yourself connect in, you've got to let yourself feel. Once all this is done and this spirit is gone, don't get me wrong, this spirit might try and stay attached. It might try and be like, okay, I don't want to go, and try and talk to you and get in and send your mind off to different places, but you've got to keep being strong and coming back. And then once it's all done and you know it's gone, and you will know it's gone because you will feel a calmness, you will feel different, then close and seal the vortex the same way as you opened it with your pendulum. And then once that's done, if the spirit was in a room, I would give some sort of protection to the room. I would sage it, I would Palo Santo it. If the spirit was attached to yourself, I'd possibly, if you don't do it yourself, check in for an energy healing with somebody, or at the very least get a lot of clear quartz crystals around you in order to try and mend the holes which are now in your aura because this spirit was attached. I hope all that helps, guys. If you're following me, you will see all the other videos which are regarding helping to cleanse, helping to heal.